So someone just said, we're going starting soon. We should have been live this whole time. I don't know why. Okay, cool. Streamlabs has been doing this a lot. I don't know why. It seems like it's been doing this. Okay. Awesome. Fantastic. So we missed qualifying. The good thing is we're here for the race. I don't know why it keeps doing this. I set it to start. I clicked start. It says stop. It says like stop streaming and everything. Yet it just apparently doesn't start these broadcasts. I don't get it. I'm so confused. Alright, we're here for the race. I'm gonna have to stop. I'm gonna have to start figuring something out here. This is getting ridiculous. Hopefully, we're live. I don't know why it keeps doing this. We're gonna try to figure this out real quick. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna stop trusting my streaming software that tells me when it's live that it's actually live, because apparently it's not going live. We're live now, thankfully, here on BRN. We're ready to get this broadcast rocking and rolling. Feels ready to go green. Chris Chavez Esri is on the pole tonight here, as we get ready to go racing here in Iowa. Mentioned just about 4 races left in this regular season, including tonight's race. After tonight, just 3 races left. Richmond, New Hampshire, and Daytona to set our chase field and get us battling for a title in due time. But that's still a few weeks away. Tonight we're racing in Iowa, corn country. Racing to see who can walk away victorious and take home the title of the King of the Corn. No repeat winner possible tonight. Of course, the 2 winners from the last 2 weeks, or the last 2 seasons, this relative new track, not here tonight. So we'll see a new winner in the cornfields as they make their way through 3 and 4 right now, coming around to the front stretch where they will get ready to start off this race. Pace car dives off. Field in the hands of the flagman. Waiting. We're green. We're racing here in Iowa. Oh, we're wrecking already! Just as soon as we go green, turn in the front straightaway. Caution comes out. We did not even make it to the start-finish line before a wreck happened. So we'll go to the BRN replay. We'll show you how it happens. Just a stack up on the inside lane, it looks like. Jeff Shutt was one of the first ones to get turned. Brian Birch just spins up the track. Dane Cruz, Jeff Shutt hard into the wall. And around everybody else goes, trying to miss it. You'll just see it right here from this angle. Right up over Dane Cruz and show you what he sees. It's unfortunate, lap 1. A lot of different cars winding up with damage as soon as we go green. That puts us under caution. Fingers crossed that is not a sign of things to come here tonight. field is double file. Not yet going back racing. So we got maybe another pace lap before we get ready to go back. Green on lap number 6, I would say. Chavez easily getting a lead the first couple laps here because of that caution, though. Definitely doesn't hurt. So we're doubled up, getting ready to go back racing here and try this again. It's Essery on the bottom lane. Outside lane is Quentin Clark in the number 94 car. So we'll try this again. Pace car will dive off. Essery now with the control car heading to the restart zone. Green flag is going to fly, and we're back to green, and hopefully for more than just a few seconds here at Iowa. Essery gets clear of Clark for the lead. Third place, Kurjalak. Fourth place, Musso. Marble slots in line, single file for the top 6 now. Making a move inside. Here comes Jared Bundy inside of Ty Ippolito. Battle for 6th. First green flag lap clean here. It's Bundy inside of Ippolito. Trying to get by for 6th, and he'll do so. Number 3 machine. Bundy's still looking for his first win here this season. It'd be his first win on BRN if he can get it. He's come close a couple times this season, but it's been a rough stretch the past couple of weeks. He's looking to change that one here if he can. Right now running in 6th behind Tyler Marble, the most recent winner on BRN in the FastTrack Cup Series, winning at Indianapolis 2 weeks ago. Good to see in 5th place right now if he can try to pick it up and go back-to-back. Of course, mention the point standings. I mentioned a few minutes ago when we weren't live, unfortunately, that Tyler Marble and Quentin Clark chasing each other for that regular season title. Michael Mueller's been putting a really good fight together to try to get there as well. Just needs a little bit of extra oomph, I would say, to get there. Right now, Mueller right within the 40-point gap, 43 points behind Marble and Clark, and with the way the season's gone for them, it is no guarantee they'll be able to hang on to it. Musa goes to the inside. Marble trying to work the high side on Michael Kurjalak right now as he goes to the top lane, and he'll go by. That's for 3rd on the racetrack. Barreling back into turn 1, you see Musa to the inside of the 91. As you see the field. Continue to manage, maintain, work their way around. Out in front, though, Chris Chavez Essery try to check out from this field if he can. Already out to a half a second lead over Quentin Clark, and a big gap to Tyler Marble, who's in 3rd now. Further back, Marcus Emerson inside Ty Ippolito. That's for 7th place. He'll make the move and make it stick. And now inside. Oh, no! Jared Bundy hard! Into the outside wall. Was getting ready to say. Trying to make the move inside of the 3. Instead, gets contact. And a huge accident for Jared Bundy. That's going to end his night. My goodness, what a hellacious hit for Jared Bundy in the 3 car. Taking a look back at the BRN replay. Just a huge accident into that outside wall. And a lot of cars taking evasive action to miss it. You just see Emerson just trying to get to that inside if he could. And just ends up sliding out the corner, a little bit of contact. And into the 3 he goes. And on board with Marcus Emerson. You see it happen here. We're right on board with Jared Bundy. Just out of nowhere. A lot of guys really good ability to miss that one. You'll just see it right here. Huge hit. How high off the ground he gets. That'll end Jared Bundy's night. So we'll have 2 more laps before we go green here. So as we get ready to restart next time by, I'd say lap 18 when we go back green. We're going to get double file here. Esri once again to the inside lane. Got a good restart last time. Looking to do more of the same here this go around. See what Esri can do on the restart. See how this field manages. Let's come around off of turns 3 and 4. Pace car going to take that hard left turn back down pit lane. And it's going to leave Esri, the control car, once again to the restart zone where he will mash the gas and get us back to racing here at Iowa. Green flag back in the air. Good launch outside lane that time. Clark keeps even with them. Side by side they go heading into 1. Clark trying to stay on that right rear, see if he can't hang tough on the outside lane. Trying to make a run down the back straightaway. He will do so. Here comes Clark side by side for the race lead. Just about even off of turn 4. Esri couldn't get there. Clark takes the lead away here on lap number 18. Clark to the lead. Tyler Marble trying to follow suit into second if he can. That number 94, he does not want to let get away. Now to the inside for second. Here comes Marble on the bottom lane. Looks like he'll clear for now, so he'll take over second place. The field makes their way back into turn one. That's Joseph Musso trying it 3 wide on the inside lane there for a second as Emerson was on the high side. Again, Emerson on the high side trying this out here if he can. Further back, shuffling around here. The back half of the top 10. Ippolito hanging on right now. David Hara in the middle lane now is the outside held by Sean Calderbach, who's trying to push forward in the number 2 machine. Tight pack here. Cars from about maybe 7th on back to about 14th. Right there, back in 11th, or starting 3rd. A lot of shuffling about here. Further back up front, though, it's still Quentin Clark out ahead of Jacob Musso's teammate, as they make their way. That big gap to 3rd place. Tyler Marble, Corey Ennis right there on his back bumper in 4th. So Emerson back there in 5th. Got Esser right there on his outside, trying to get to his quarter panel. Tracy Powers up here into 7th now. Pajari is 8th. I talked about it, the cut line battle. Bill Bennett has a 9-point gap over Tracy Powers entering tonight's race. And right now, I don't believe Bennett made the show tonight. Tracy Powers in a golden position to bump into that last spot in. He's going to be racing against Wayne Grossi, Andrew Niedert, and Andrew Russo right now for that spot. Pajari being 38 above the cut line. This is huge for him as well. Same with Roger Reese-Matthias. Same with Andrew Moore Jr. Granted, if they're all here, that'll be the case, and I believe they're all here. Matthias is not here, though, but I do believe the 77 Andrew Moore Jr. is here as well. As Jake Hickson, he's going to lock in after tonight's race, no doubt about it. But Andrew Moore Jr. and Alan Pajari really just need some decent days to get some points in their favor to advance, to pretty much put themselves in a golden shot at locking it up here in a few weeks' time. Don't need to win the race. They just need to have good showings. Right now, Pajari in 8th as he runs right now. Andrew Moore Jr. in the 77, currently back in 20th. Not having the best of runs, but hey, you don't need to have the best of runs just to gain points and get a big gap built up over the guy who didn't make the race tonight at all. Same with Jake Hickson. Jake Hickson pretty much, or actually Bill Beck this here. Pardon me, I thought the 90 was not here. So that changes how I'm talking about things. But hey, Roger Titus not being here does not help him in the slightest, but helps everybody else around him. to have at least another guy that they're contending with not be here. So the one car not being here will definitely affect the points in that regard. So right now, battle happening for 10th. Michael Mueller, Ty Ippolito battling. Mueller trying to make his way forward after starting further back in this race. Things kind of, for the most part, kind of spaced out for a lot of the top 10. Just kind of calmed down. Everybody's kind of gotten themselves sorted out and figured out where they need to be. So right now, it is Quentin Clark leading this field by over a second and a half over Jacob Musso, his teammate. Tyler Marble is in third. Catching up, there's a little bit of lap traffic up ahead, nothing too crazy, just one car well up ahead, and then after that, it just depends on where else they catch him. Just really calmed down for the most part in this race. Got Marcus Emerson chasing Corey Ennis. This is kind of what we saw yesterday in the NASCAR Cup Series race. Once we got into a longer run, things kind of eased up. Allowed drivers to take a breath and just kind of calm down. So what we're kind of seeing right here. Like I said, things really just kind of hit that calming point as you see Clark catching up to left car Jeff Marble, damage from earlier in the race. Ty Ippolito trying to hold from fading further back. He's kind of been dropping to the back of this field so far as this run has gone on. Back to 12th now with Conklin going by on the outside lane. There's Jake Hickson back there catching up as well. Just further back battles happening throughout this field as they continue battling. Car who's not having to worry about battles right now is Quentin Clark, but he's going to have to start thinking about it soon because Jacob Musso is running some mighty fast lap times, been tracking down this race leader. So cut the lead just about in half and is gaining more time on teammate Quentin Clark. Really, he's just kind of calming down. Nothing crazy happening. Just kind of, I wouldn't say it's died out, but it's kind of died out. Further back, battle happening. Hickson and Ippolito testing this position. Hickson will take the top 10 spot from Ippolito. Further back, Cody Matthews, Brian Duell battling it out here for 18th place. Matthews on the high side, got to get by that number 87 machine. I think the best way to describe Cody Matthews' season has been stop-start. Really just had a couple of good runs that would then get taken aback by a bunch of poor finishes that just did not help his case. Really on the outside of this chase bubble looking in, likely not going to be in. Just too far back to be able to kind of fight his way in. It's too little too late for the number 10 machine. Just looking to get some good finishes throughout the rest of the season. Just looking to try to battle for the win if he can at some point, but not much in the way of good news for that 10 car. He's been in a lot of bad luck, a lot of bad situations that found their way to this 10 team. Just tonight looking to see about a good run. Andrew Moore Jr. mentioned he's one of the drivers in that battle for the cut line. 53 points above it entering tonight. Mentioned Roger Matthias is not going to make it. That'll drop him closer to the cut line, which will definitely help anybody that's above him or around him. Guys like Alan Pajari and Andrew Moore will definitely benefit. Same with Jake Hickson, watching a guy who's right there decently in, completely fade out of the equation for not showing up tonight, that's huge for them. That's going to put them in a good position to try and make the chase here this season. Somebody on the move forward. Not the biggest move of the race, but he has slowly but surely pushed his way forward, has been Michael Mueller. He started a little bit further back in the field, back in 14th place. He's up to 6th right now, just kind of minding his P's and Q's, taking his time nice and sweetly. Biggest move of the race is not too far behind. That is Jake Hickson. He has been a man on a mission tonight, moving forward through this field. He just wants to get enough points to lock himself into this chase, go ahead and make his ticket and make his plans for racing for a title this season. Doing a great job here tonight. Right now running in the 8th position as things stand. Just great run going for the 16 team. He's up now to 7th place over Tracy Powers, just starting to kind of fade back. 67 car, James Wallace. Actually, pit stop's happening right now is what it is. I was about to say, he looks like he just came down pit road. Chris Chavez Essery is now coming down pit lane as we speak. He is heading down to make his first green flag stop of the night. Expect to see more drivers do the same. Not the trickiest pit road to get onto, but definitely something to kind of mind as you make your way around this track, as more drivers making the move on Tracy Powers in that number 25 machine as he fades back now to 10th place. Just waiting to see anybody else that might make their pit stops as Essery rolls off. He is now a lap down in that number 88 car. Almost 2 laps down with Clark not too terribly far behind. So watching the race leaders as they make their way around, and I will say what I've noticed under the last caution, Jake Hickson actually came down pit lanes. We got Marcus Emerson coming down now in number 22 from the top 10. Jake Hickson came down and just topped off on fuel that last caution, and that may not mean much in terms of like making it to the end. I don't think he'll be able to like shorten up a stop at the end. Maybe I think he'll still have to make at least maybe a 2-stopper. But getting to pit later can definitely help, try to shake up things, make a different strategy. We've got more pitters now. Corey Ennis and Michael Mueller pull down pit lane. They'll better get ready to roll off. You see Quentin Clark. Oh, Quentin Clark is up high. Did he catch the wall? He's coming to pit lane now. Oh, just got loose. Kept it out of the wall. He goes ahead and pits now. Same with Jacob Musso and Tyler Marble. Could have been a lot worse for that 94 team, but he holds on to it and keeps it together. And I mentioned the reason that strategy of pitting under that last caution is going to give Jake Hickson the lead for now under this cycle. Will he maintain it is the question. Field makes their way through. Pit stops happening, of course. Hickson coming to pit lane now, though. He's going to make his stop. So Hickson makes his stop. Kaltenbach is your leader. Looks like more drivers come down pit lane soon enough. Tracy Powers on pit road now as well. Kaltenbach staying out so far. Wait to see when Kaltenbach pits. Right now, the leader of those that have pit is Jacob Musso out first over Tyler Marble. They got Esri right here, right behind him. Emerson and Clark is currently fifth of those that have pit. Brian Dubel hits pit road now. And of course, there's all these different strategies. It's all still so up in the air on what's going to be the right call, what's going to be the winning call. I mean, we got guys that are up here that also have already pit recently. James Wallace is the first car out right now on this pit stop. He's got a 3.3 second gap to our current race. What was our race leader when we pit? Jacob Musso when the cycle started. Ryan Haynes further ahead. He got damage repaired. He's currently under 57 laps. Same with Thomas O'Hara, who likely are going to be pitting soonish. And then you got the top three that have yet to pit. Kerjelak, Kaltenbach, and Williams have not come down pit road just yet. They've elected to stay out at least a little bit longer and see if maybe they can make this stretch run work, as Ryan Haynes now coming to pit road as of now. Just waiting to see when the rest of the field decides now is the time to book it to pit road. So watching the top three drivers have yet to pit. The rest of the field still sorting things out before we get our cycle back to the race lead. For right now be Jacob Musso. As they continue on here, see Wallace about to be caught by Musso. Marble a little bit further back from that number 95 car. The rest of the top three just kind of taking it easy, and I get the feeling, I don't think they can stretch it just to one stopper, but it feels like they're definitely trying to do just that, is make it a one-stop race where they don't have to pit multiple times. They can just pit the one time and then be fine. See how it pans out for those that have yet to pit. As of right now, they're still out there, but not long before they get caught by Moose. It looks like actually Thomas O'Hara pitting this time. Still got some more drivers that have yet to come down pit lane that will serve their time in very quickly, very soon. All right, we'll go back. Watching as Kaltenbach pits this time. It's going to leave Kerjelak and Williams still out there, as Kerjelak actually missed a quarter. Williams goes to on the inside. We'll expect Kerjelak to maybe pit this time, or soon. Musso only about less than 5 seconds back of the race leaders. Caution is out on the racetrack. Right as Albert Williams is pulling to pit lane, though, I think he might be out of fuel entirely. Looks like it's David Hara waiting. Grossi maybe, not sure. Oh, it was actually Michael Kurgelak. My apologies. The 91 car goes for a spin over into turn 1. Spins it like a tire went down on the 91, and around he goes. Stays out long. This is be the price that he pays. So he'll go around and bring out the caution. He has just come down pit road. So as we pace here, race leader is Jacob Musso. So we're double file, get ready to restart here. Jacob Musso, Tyler Rawl with the front row. Now, they did not pit under this caution. They elected to stay out. An interesting call, deciding to not pit again when given the chance. See how it pays off for them. Green flag out. Marble gets the launch on Musso inside as they come through 1 and 2 side by side for the race lead. Marble trying to hang tough on the inside. Musso on the outside, though, going to get the advantage and take back the race lead. Emerson and Conklin side by side. Now look at Jake Hickson jumping to the outside lane of Chavez. Esri now heading down into turn number 1. He'll take over 8th. That 16 machine. Quick work of the 88 as he gets up there into 8th now, trying to fight with Emerson for 7th. Side by side they are back here. Battling side by side for a second. Now is Clark to the inside of Marble, going for position number 2. Trying the inside line. Marble holding it strong on the outside. The run on the outside might be enough to even get him close to Musso to try and make a move for the lead. He's going to try to get on the quarter panel now, the 95. Side by side, they go for the race lead. Oh, Musso makes contact! Marble hangs on to it. They make contact there off the corner. Back into turn 1. Marble going to try to get and cross over if he could. Not quite able to do it. He'll slide back into second, though. See the top 5 nose to tail as they battle. as they battle here further back, 3 wide almost as they come through the corner. Emerson on the high side dropping back now, as you see he fades back to 10th. Up front, Michael Mueller now cracking the top 5 into 4th now. Makes his way on the outside. Battle for the lead, nose to tail still. Still lined up single file for the top 5 as they make their way off of turn 2. Back there, Ty Polito in 6th, trying to find a higher line around Michael Mueller if he can. Looks like he can, is up ahead too. Jake Hickson fighting with Quentin Clark, that 16 machine, finding more footing to keep moving forward now. They make their way back into turn 1. Here comes Marble trying the outside lane once again for the race lead. He's gonna get his free, he's gonna get right there on the quarter panel. And now side by side for the top spot we go. Marble on the outside, just can't quite get it. Musso hangs on and holds him off. It's now Hickson on the outside for 2nd. And now Hickson going for the top spot. Here comes Jake Hickson on the outside lane. He's going to get a run on Musso. Can he make it stick off the straightaway? Off of turn 4. Down the front stretch, he'll lead the line that time. And heading into turn 1, can he use the outside lane to his advantage to take away the race lead fully from Musso? Hanging tough through 1 and 2. Hickson not going away without a fight. Somebody slow a little bit further back here. Conklin had a bit of a moment. He hangs on to it. Still ongoing for the race lead. Hickson is going to clear, and now Jake Hickson takes the top spot. Jake Hickson now leading this race here in Iowa. Led a couple laps a couple weeks ago at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. He's also led at Atlanta earlier this season. Had a long dry spell of not leading laps in a race, though. So he is already kind of getting close to matching his laps led count that he's had so far this season. And it's only been about 5 laps as the race leader. He is a 3-time winner in this league, but all 3 of those wins coming all the way back in 2024. He'd like to add a win in 2025 to his resume if he could, as he leads the field here coming to lap 104 at Iowa. We still got about 72 laps to go, though, a long way from over. Field makes their way into turn number 3. Battle for 3rd. Clark and Marble battle for that spot. Ippolito and Double battling for 7th. And how about Brian Double, that 87 car? He has found his way up into the top 10 of this race after being a little bit further back. For the most part, he has got a good run going in this number 87 camp. Looking to get a good finish out of here tonight. Top 10 would be great for that team. Had a bit of a struggle as things have gone this season. So Hickson has now matched his lap-led totals for this season. Alan Bajara and Moore Jr. side by side for 10th. These two need some big points days today as well to likely try to lock themselves into this chase. As they battle for 10th, O'Hara, or pardon me, yeah, it's O'Hara behind them is currently a lap down. Hickson continues to be the control car of this race. Further back, Ty Ippolito chasing Quentin Clark for 4th place. Trying to get by the 94 machine if he can. See Double right there in 6th, trying to make this move. Clark gonna fade back to 5th now. And now 6th. His Power's now looking in the background, trying to chase down the 94 car. Making the move on Ippolito, trying to make it for 4th here. Mueller in 8th, as you see Bajari and Moore 9th and 10th lap car of Thomas O'Hara, just trying to see if he can hold on to this lead lap or this lucky dog position. More battles happening further back. Wayne Grossi and Cody Matthews battling for 24th. Michael Kurgelak, the reason for that last caution, up to 13th place now, the 91 car. Joseph Musso to his inside. Pajari side by side for 8th. Pajari on the outside making this move stick and taking that spot. Car heading down pit lane right there. Couldn't tell who that was. Might have been Andrew Russo. He's taking... That's not the racetrack. That's not the racing surface. Well, he missed pit road is what it was. So he'll plan on getting to pit road here this next time by. Chris Chavez S3 right now. Quick update someone asked for. He is currently 20th as it stands. The reason he is so far back, he got caught out because of the pit cycle. The way that shook out, he got caught out because of it. And that's what put him further back from this field. Currently in 20th on the oldest tires in this field. Just not able to make it work as it stands right now. Still a long way to go, though, so it's not over till it's over. So really a lot of spaced out racing. Kergelak is continuing to push forward back to 11th place right now. Just not a lot happening as S3 now actually on pit road. There you go, the 20th place car. The 88 comes down pit lane, going to take his set of tires and fill up for the rest of this race. A 50-lap run to the finish, so expect more drivers maybe to pit here in the next coming laps or so. Others may try to stretch it. It's going to be really dependent on how much fuel they can get out of these cars and what their tire situation looks like. I think those guys that are the 37s, they could maybe try to make it as far as they could, hope for another yellow, or stretch it if they had to. It's going to be close to see for sure. There's no guarantees. So as they really start to battle for the lead now, Musso catching up to Hickson. Marble is being caught by Brian Dubel in the 87. Really good run coming here for this 87 camp tonight. As he is having a great race right now. We'll check and see how he's doing here the rest of this race. Obviously, it's 87, just about what he can do. But it has been a long run of bad luck for this 87 all season long. Just 2 top 10s. Best finish so far this season, 7th back in April at Kansas. A 9th place finish at Texas as well. Other than that, it has been outside of the top 10. Right now, running in 3rd on track for his best finish of the season. And what would end up being his first, so far, his first top 5 since all the way back last season at Gateway. Punch in everything to make sure I'm reading everything right. Yeah, it'd be his first career top, it'd be his second career top 5, his first since Gateway last season. And as of right now, this would be his best career finish, a 3rd place effort. Good job for this number 87 tonight. Can he close the deal? Hickson under fire from Musso, though, as they come around here on lap 128. There's a battle happening further back here. Mueller, Ennis, and Conklin all right here together. Down the inside lanes, the lap car going by. Three wide further back as more pit stops happening. Michael Saylor slow enough to do the same thing. I see Tyler Marble, one of our first of the top five coming to pit road. So pit stops underway. Everybody get ready to make their stops. And Jake Hickson has missed pit road. Oh, Jacob Musso is on pit lane. Hickson missed it. Double leads. We're going to go take a rewind and look back. Hickson, too hot, misses pit lane. It's going to cost him an extra lap to come around as Double, your race leader, he's going to easily pull down to pit road. He's going to slow it up and make sure he makes it to pit lane. 87 trying to take no extra risks as you see Tracy Powers take over the race lead. So pit stops happening. You see Powers coming down. Kerjelak going to stay out again. Try to see if he can run it a little bit longer. Moore stays out. Williams stays out as well. These, the 81 and 91 both ran along. Last time the 91 ended up bringing out the caution. We'll see how they fare this go around as Tracy Powers still on pit lane. Right now, the car that cycles to the lead is Marcus Emerson. First off pit lane, and Alan Pajari would be second. O'Hara would have to pit again. Marble would be third. Musso fourth. Essery in fifth. Dubel is a little bit further back, but fresher tires could help him to making moves in the late goings of this race. It's Emerson and Pajari. Pajari's going to get by Emerson there on the inside. That 22 a little bit slower on slightly older tires. Marble about 3 seconds back, going to cut into this gap quickly to catch them. And here comes Kerjelak to pit road now. Going to give Williams the race lead as he'll stay out on the racetrack an extra lap. Kerjelak on pit road getting service. Watching Williams get passed by cars on fresher tires. I think Andrew Moore Jr. is coming this time. He is. Williams going to stay out. Pajari, Emerson, then Marble and Musso, the top four. Ippolito would be fifth of those that have cycled out so far. Dubel currently making the pass on O'Hara for what's going to cycle out to being, I think, 7th place. Moore is in a big world trouble. I should say Williams is, as Moore is pitting. Williams, a lot of traffic trying to make their way around him to get ahead. Williams likely going to pit in the next couple laps, I would assume. So we're coming up on the end of this one here. So Clark and Double going to battle for what would be 6th place. Watching this 81, Albert Williams. He has to pit here before this race is over. He's got an 11-second gap over Alan Pajari, and I'll show you the difference in tires here. Pajari's got the oldest tires, or the second oldest tires of those in that top 5 group right there. But he's got a hard-charging Tyler Marble and Jacob Musso right behind him. These top 4 are going to be under a blanket. Musso battling Marble for what could be the win. Side by side, catching Pajari. Oh, it's going to slow Musso up. Oh, no, there they go. Musso trying to get inside of Pajari, or outside I should say, ends up getting into the 34, turning onto the wall. Caution is out, and this is huge for Alan Pajari. Right there on the cut line, needing a good point stay to make sure he can stay above it. But all that hard work for what could have been a top 10 finish is going to likely go down the drain. Take a look and show you the BRN replay. You saw it there, the 95 getting just desperate to get around this number 34 on older tires as quick as he could. You see it right here. Tries to get to the outside, tries to get inside of Marble, makes contact with the 48. It sends him into the 34, and up the track goes Alan Pajari into the outside wall. Saw it all off of turn 2. Musso just trying to go for a hole that really didn't exist. You'll see it here. 48 pinching the 95 low to keep him behind the 34. Musso tries to get in the middle. He has the gap, but then he closes up on him. Contact gets made, and around he and Pajari both go. That's the thing about it, though. That was racing for the win. With the way this pit strategy shook up, that was racing for the win between those two drivers. Between Marble and between Musso. So Musso felt he had to make that move to keep with Marble. Instead, he finds himself wrecked. And he is out of the equation. So as we'll make our way around this time, pit stops were made, drivers came down pit road, others stayed out. The top 8 drivers electing not to pit here. Albert Williams in 9th was the first down the pit road. He took tires and fuel. Other drivers just taking fuel only. Really just going to be interesting how this one shakes out at the end on who does what. So we're double file, getting ready to restart here. When we go back green, it'll be 28 laps of action left here at Iowa. Tyler Marble, tie up Lita Warrior front row. Then it's Brian Double and Quentin Clark in row 2. Row 3, it's Tracy Powers and Joseph Musso. Quiet day for him. He finds himself now in the top 10. You see back there, there's the 99 of Michael Mueller, as well as Up there, I think that is a 24 of Brandon Saylor up here in the top 10. Same thing with Chris Chavez Esri fighting his way back into the top 10, as well as Albert Williams, who rounds it out 5th on the outside lane. So getting ready to restart here, coming around to get the green flag. 28 laps of action left here in Iowa. Green flag gonna fly. Marble chose the outside lane for this restart, and away we go. Ippolito really good on the inside line, gonna take the race lead for now. Marble, hard charge on the outside. Can he get back to the top spot? Not quite yet. Quentin Clark not far behind, right there on the back bumper. Ippolito has the race lead. Marble in second. Clark is in third. Battle for fourth between Musso and Dubel. Oh, side by side now for second contact! Clark and Marble. Clark goes way wide through turns 3 and 4. And look who's making a late charge. Marcus Emerson in the 22. Hard fought now up into 5th. Disappear, reappear. We're back here in the field, and it's a tight battle for what's going to be the win of this race. Joseph Musso now finds him at third. Look at this run coming by Chris Chavez Esri. Where did he come from? He's now up to third. This 88 car is like a man on a mission. Now driving by the 94 of Quentin Clark for second, setting his sights on the race lead. "24 laps to go, and the man who sat on the pole for this race is side by side and now clear for the race lead." Can Esri put together 24 more laps to take home his first win of the season here in Iowa? Pardon me, his second win. Winner at Auto Club as well, looking for his second win this season. They continue to battle. A lot of names up here making their way forward. The tires seem to matter here. Fresh tires making the way through the field. It's Emerson to the inside of Ippolito. This is for second, but a ways back of Esri. Almost a second now is the race lead for the 88 car. Emerson gets by, and it's going to go by for third as well. Further back, more cars shuffling about for spots as they fight for what they can scrap for at the end of this one. Oh, there goes Bill Benedict in the grass. He saves it. We stay green for now. Benedict went around into the grass off of turn 4. Just lost it on his own, but he hangs on to it. Good save by the 90 car. We stay green for now. Now the battle is for the win. Esri is your leader, but slightly faster the last couple laps has been Marcus Emerson in second. Emerson is still a second back of the race lead. Esri just needs to put together the rest of this race to the best of his abilities. He's got 18 laps to just keep running faster lap times than that hard-charging second-place car of Marcus Emerson. And don't count out Corey Ennis in third either. He's not too terribly far off of this battle. Esri just trying to put together the rest of this race to make sure that he can keep this win under his belt. and get his second win of the year. So as they make their way around here, 0.8 of a second is the gap and still closing with Emerson. Ennis is gaining on the 22 as well. And they'll hit the stripe. This time by, when they do, it'll be the 15 to go, presented by 72 Diecast. You want your new or used diecast? Go to 72 Diecast on eBay or 72diecast.com for all your diecast needs. Esri with a 0.7 of a second gap over Emerson, who's got just less than half a second over Ennis, and what that number 88 desperately would love to see. He would love to see these two get side by side and battle it out for second. But the gap now 0.6 of a second. Emerson is flying now, catching this race leader. We saw it yesterday in the NASCAR Cup Series race. Christopher Bell was able to catch up to Ty Gibbs. He just wasn't able to make the pass. Could the same be said here tonight, as it's about to be a 3-horse race? That's the gap between the top three. Fastest lap last time by, it was Emerson, but just barely faster than the rest. Half a second is the gap. He's got to make up 1/10 every lap. Just keep going at it. And he is gaining. Gaining. What kind of fight can Esri put up on both Ennis and Emerson? A lot of E's at the front of this field, the 3 E's. Got to mix it up and battle it out for the win here in Iowa. And how about the recovery for Joseph Musso? He finds himself in 4th place. After that incident earlier with Alan Pajari, he's going to have a good shot at the top 5. Meanwhile, Tyler Marble all the way back to 15th. Quentin Clark has fallen back to 9th. Just been a topsy-turvy into this race, but with 10 laps to go, the gap is 0.3 of a second. Now 0.4. Esri's in a position now, he doesn't need to throw the kitchen sink at it. He just needs to manage. Just needs to mind his laps and not look in that rear view mirror, because that 22's been getting pretty close recently. The last thing he needs to do is focus out back. He needs to keep his eyes forward and just prepare for these last 9 laps. Last couple times by, Esri has been faster. Of course, it looks like Emerson and Ennis both took rights only, it looks like. With the pit stop times they had, it should have been only right side tires compared to the 4 tires that Esri took on his stop. 8 to go this time, though. A gain for Emerson heading into turn 1. Emerson really good at charging the corner, but on a corner exit, that is where Esri shines and gains his time back. Now back to almost half a second here, coming off of turn number 4. Last time by, Esri was faster. Emerson trying to experiment, see what he can do. Emerson trying to give up more on entry and gain it back on exit, and that's what he's doing good. He's doing a great job of it now with just 6 laps to go. Here comes Emerson making a charge for this race lead. 0.3 of a second now is the gap. Michael Kurgelak, Jacob Musso battling it out for 4th right now, further back. Kurgelak takes the spot. See Thomas O'Hara having a great run tonight as well. That 07 machine looking for a top 5 run if he can get it. 5 laps to go. Emerson is right on the tail of that number 88 machine. Ennis is falling back and is falling out of this battle. It's going to be a two-horse race for the win. Emerson continuing to just chip away at this lead. Under 0.3 of a second is the gap, but can Emerson find that last little bit to get by the 88 car? He's going to have a run down the backstretch. Oh, he caught the wall! Caught the wall. It cost him barely any time. He gets away with one. Can he maintain and keep pace with this 88? 3 to go. 0.3 is the gap. Emerson's going to have to dig deep for this one if he wants to. Oh, no! Estuary crossed the wall! And now Emerson looking to pounce. On the back, on the front straightaway. 2 laps to go. 0.2 is the gap. Emerson being calm and calculated. Estuary driving for his life to win this race. But here comes Marcus Emerson, going to make him earn it here tonight as they come off of turn number 4. White flag is out. One final lap here in Iowa. Estuary holds strong into turn 1. Emerson trying everything to cross him over and make the move down the back. Estuary with a bobble. Emerson going to send it to the inside. Here comes Marcus Emerson. Coming off of turn number 4. It's going to be a drag race. Side by side. It's going to be Chris Chavez Estuary wins it here in Iowa. Side by side to the line, door to door. And it's Chris Chavez Estuary who walks away with the checkered flag. Burning it down on the front straightaway right across that start-finish line. The 88 machine takes it to victory lane for the second time this season. After winning at Auto Club as well. This is his second career win as well. And he'll burn it down on the front stretch. Looks like he'll park it here. So we'll take a look at your finishing results for tonight's race. Mention it how close it was. So tight. But Estuary gets the checkered flag over Marcus Emerson. Corey Ennis able to hang on to third. And then a big gap back to fourth place is where Michael Kurzlak finishes. Thomas O'Hara picking up his second top 5 this season as well. Great run for the 07 camp tonight. A lot of guys that needed good runs. Got some good runs here. Jacob Musso recovers and finishes 6th tonight. Taya Polito finishing 7th. Albert Williams with an 8th place run. Great run for the 81 team. Quentin Clark in 9th. And like I said, Jake Hickson, he needed a good run to lock into the chase tonight. 10th place run is going to do that for him. He should lock in on points after tonight's race. Joseph Musa comes on 11th. Michael Mueller, a very quiet night for him, but he'll come on 12th. Tracy Powers, 13th. Brian Dubel, he was right there in the top 3 positions, but he finds his way back to 14th. Tyler Marble fades back to 15th as well. Bill Bennett with that great save. He'll finish 16th. Brandon Saylor, 17th. David Hara, 18th. Last on the lead lap. Then you see Andrew Moore Jr., Cody Matthews for your top 20. The rest of these cars lap down or more. You see some other names to highlight, like Dane Cruz battling all night long. He's 2 laps down in 25th after the damage from lap number 1. You see Jeff Marble the same. He finishes 27th, 2 laps down. Andrew Russo needed a good night tonight, 28th. Not going to cut it. Alan Pajari, the big heartbreak too. 3 laps down, 29th place finish. What could have been a top 10 for him. And they're the rest of our field tonight. Jeff Shutt wrecking out. Jared Bundy wrecking out from this one. And Kyle Oakley and Damian Harris, I believe, did not make the start of this race, so they will not be credited with anything tonight. So we'll have to see if we can get a hold of our top 3 finishers tonight. First things first, we'll catch up with Corey Ennis in the number 40 machine. Actually, first, we'll step away real quick and get a word from our sponsors, and then we will go talk to our top 3 finishers. Well, we'll catch up with our top 3 finishers tonight. First things first, catching up with our 3rd place finisher, Corey Ennis. Corey, first things first, 3rd place finish tonight. Did you expect that coming into this race, especially with how the start of it all went, kind of shuffling further towards the back more so than up in the top 3?
I wasn't really worried about the qualifying effort. I was a little disappointed, but I felt like it was going to be a tire saver. Whoever could have the good tires at the end was going to pull it out, and that's kind of what we saw there.
Absolutely. And there at the end, you chose to take right sides only, I believe, on that last pit stop. Got you up to 3rd, but you kind of faded back. What more do you think you needed to be up there to contend with Chris Chavez and Marcus Emerson for that race win?
I'm not really sure. I thought that I would be good. I honestly didn't think I'd come out where I did. I thought I'd be further back, but just getting through the traffic of the guys on the older tires, I probably could have managed my tires a little bit better getting through traffic, but I didn't want the other guys to get away from me, and so probably pushed a little too hard. And then I really wish Marcus could have gotten there earlier. I was hoping they'd battle a little bit so I could keep up, but not a bad finish. I'll take it.
Absolutely, Corey. Well, this is your first career podium finish, first time talking to us here. What is that like, heading into the rest of this season, finally getting a podium finish to your name after coming up just a couple spots short every so often, a couple 4th place finishes to your name?
It feels great. This league is outstanding. The competition here is super high. I give props to all these drivers here. They're very talented, and it's anytime you can get a top 10 or top 5, I'm personally thrilled. So to get a podium is definitely a boost to the morale for sure.
Absolutely. Well, Corey, it's your first podium finish here in the Fast Track Cup Series. First time talking to us, teammates, sponsors, shoutouts. What do you got for the people watching?
Absolutely. A huge shout out to the guys over at SFM, High Spirits Racing, all my buddies that watch. Shout out to the Lucky Dogs podcast on YouTube and all the boys over there. And you guys for putting on the broadcast, Jeff and Tyler and all them. Super great league. Appreciate everything.
All righty, that's Corey Ennis. He is your 3rd place finisher here tonight at Iowa. Congrats on the 3rd place run.
Thank you.
And we will now go catch up with our 2nd place finisher. That'll be Marcus Emerson.
Feel that.
Hey, Marcus Emerson, Dawson Allen in the booth. You got a copy?
I got a copy.
Alrighty, well, it was a hard-fought battle at the end for you. Come up just a little bit short there in that battle for the win. What was that race like for you behind the wheel of the 22 machine?
Well, it was a pretty good race. I mean, few cautions. I feel still horrific about killing Jared Bundy earlier in the race. Just complete miscalculation to the corner. Tagged him in the perfect spot and nosed him in the wall, ended his race. So a little bit frustrated with myself for that, and what otherwise would have been a great race. P2, excited, but still, that dark cloud over it. 'Cause, you killed somebody over it.
Absolutely. Well, we're getting close to the chase. A good finish like this is able to bump you up a couple more spots. Bonus points are still on the line for the seeding and everything. What is that like for you, just as this rest of the season goes on, these last 3 races now after tonight, where you've got a chance to get some more positions and points to try and go for the championship later on?
Yeah, I try not to think about it too much because if I start, scoreboard watching, as they would say, I'll start getting a little bit too over my head and do things like I did tonight even more so. So whatever points I can get wherever I start in the playoffs, great. But I don't imagine, 2, 3 spots are going to make a huge difference if I win or not the championship.
All right, Marcus. Well, that run there to the end, you took 2 tires on the pit stop, but you came up just that one bit short. What more do you think you needed to get by that 88 car to get the win?
Not having a horrifically bad restart. Because of that incident with Jared in the beginning of the race, I was just overly cautious trying to get around the cars that were on older tires. So I just really didn't want to wreck anybody. And I just saw the leader take off from there because I was, taking my time, getting around everybody. I think I gave myself like a 1.5 second gap at one point as soon as I got around the old tire car. So kind of self-inflicted. If I wouldn't have done that, I definitely would have won the race. If I also just would have pushed a little bit harder in general, and not trying to save my right front as much as I did, I would have probably also won that race too.
Well, already, Marcus, it's still a second place run for you here tonight. Good finish for the 22 camp. Teammates, sponsors, shoutouts. What got you on the podium again tonight?
Dane for showing up. I know he got in that, initial green flag drop kerfuffle. So his race was pretty much over, but he stuck around, just chatted with us for a while. So good sport on him for sticking around. And then Enrique for, I guess, doing team spotter sort of situation. He was mostly there for Dane, but once Dane dropped out, it was switched over to me. So thank you for him. And also thank you for you for showing up tonight. And I'm glad I could give you an exciting finish.
Well, alrighty, that is your second place finisher tonight, Marcus Emerson, just a spot short from taking home the checkered flag. Congrats on the second place run tonight.
Thank you very much.
Alrighty, and now we'll go catch up with our winner, that being Mr. Chris Chavezessery, which I've been told it's a special day for our race winner. We'll pull him up here and talk to him. Chris, first things first, happy birthday, it seems like. Second things second, congratulations on that win. Hard-fought battle at the end. What was that race like for you, starting on the pole to kick things off?
Man, I mean, it couldn't have worked out any better. I mean, this isn't a Conti set. This isn't a Premier set. This isn't any setup shot set. This is RSR set. We built this ourselves all week. We've had a great weekend. Put it on the pole on my birthday and bring it home. And just last week, I was told I got to tighten up my driving because some self spins. But brother, I'm just giving her all she's got every week.
Absolutely. Well, you gave her all you had tonight, and you put it in victory lane, but you had to work for it there at the end. You kind of got put behind the 8 ball a little bit earlier on in this race. I looked back, and you were about 20th place after that caution that came out during the pit cycles. What was in your mind, the thought process as the race was going on, back in the 20s, just kind of stuck waiting for something to break your way?
Man, I needed a whole lot of luck, and I think I need to go play the lottery because I got about every perfect chance that could happen. I wasn't great on the long run. I couldn't go the distance that these guys were going and keep the pace. So did some undercutting, and that last caution, it happened soon enough to where the guys up front it wouldn't have made sense for them to take tires. And it was enough for me to get fresh and got through the field as fast as possible and was able to get a gap before Emerson was hauling the mail too, because my legs was shaking seeing him catching me like that.
Absolutely, yeah, that battle there at the end between you two, you mentioned it was getting you a little worked up, but you were able to hang on just barely there at the line. What was that like, just watching, those last couple laps winding down, knowing that he's coming and just trying to maintain that lead?
I'll tell you what, it got a whole lot more scary with 3 to go because my spotter tells me, you got to watch out. Your right front's wearing out. I was burning those tires down. I was thinking in my head coming to that last corner, if he sends it in there and tags me, I might end up like 10th. So you know what? I'm just going to give him a little extra room just in case he risked it all in this corner. I got a little higher than I would have liked, but luckily here at Iowa, you get to the outside, you can get a good run off the corner, and I barely edged him out.
Absolutely. Well, this is your second win of the season. This is, good for you. Just kind of heading in. I don't believe you can make the chase, but just more so, just morale boost, winning more races like this. What does that feel like? Just getting the second win this season here in exciting fashion like that.
Oh, it's just amazing. Me and the guys telling you, we're building these sets. We're not buying them. We're not weakened from the bot set. So it's just giving us the confidence, like, hey, we can build these sets. We can run with these guys, and we can win some races.
Absolutely. Well, Chris, it is a race win for you here tonight. Teammates, sponsors, shoutouts. What got it done for that number 88 machine?
Yes, all the guys at RSR, Hillbilly for helping me dial in these shocks, Kurjalak for helping me get these tires right. Everyone else for just running with us, putting in laps, letting us know. Shout out to Grandma and Grandpa watching. Shout out to my mom watching. Shout out to you up in the booth for putting on a great broadcast. And Jeff Marble for running this fantastic league.
Well, alrighty, that's it for your race winner tonight, Chris Chavez Essery, birthday twin of mine. Not my birthday today. My birthday is tomorrow, but hey, right there, bookend. So congrats on the win. Happy birthday. And we hope to talk to you again some more the rest of the season.
Yes, sir. Happy birthday to you, and thank you.
Alrighty, that is your race winner, Chris Chavez Essery, winner here at Iowa. So that'll do it from us here tonight in the cornfields. So we've crowned a new king of the corn, that being the driver of the number 88 machine. That is Mr. Chris Chavez Essery. Mentioned he had some family watching. Shout out to them for watching. Thank you as always to everybody who tunes in and watches these races. Not just family members and drivers, just anybody who watches. We love putting on a show for you all, and we're glad to have you here with us watching on a Monday night. It's always fun to have you here, and thank you for tuning in and joining along with us. That'll do it from us here for the FastTrack Cup Series. We head tomorrow night to Michigan International Speedway for the Slide Job Racing League. Tune in for that one, 9 p.m. Eastern here on BRN. And then, of course, the Sofa Racing League heads to the Indianapolis Raceway Park this upcoming Thursday night. That's also 9 p.m. Eastern here on BRN. We circle back next Monday. We'll be racing at the short track of Richmond, Virginia. That's this upcoming Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. Every race, of course, here on BRN. I think as always to the drivers for coming out and putting on a show for us. Thank you to those who tuned in and watched. That'll do it from us here at Iowa. It was a hard-fought battle to the end, but Chris Chavez Essery takes the top spot and takes the checkered flag, starting on the pole and closing out the show as your race winner for the second time this season. Congratulations goes out to the 88 team, and thank you again for everybody tuning in and watching. This is Dawson Allen signing off, saying so long, and have a great rest of your night.